Hello, VOD. How's it going? Hello, Piotrek. Hello, Etchix with the Dink Water. Hello, Kai and CWW. Cheers, everyone. I'm going to put on an album that I've been listening to recently, which is Since I Left You by the Avalanches, which is an Australian band that I have been checking out recently. I kind of like it. But yeah, today is another day of Superflat survival. This is day 4. We have our home. We have wood farming, which I've done a little bit of. It's actually surprisingly still very slow. And I made some chests here so that way I can organize items. So that's pretty much all I've done as far as progress goes. Let me grab this, get rid of this. Today is actually very important. I'm going to turn down the music just a little bit. Because today we're starting villager farming. So there's a small design that I want to copy from a duct used in the Project Singularity server. And basically it's pretty simple. It keeps a villager suspended in air with 12 or so doors, and that makes a village. And then if you put another villager below in a little spawning pit, they feel like they need to make more villagers. But the issue is that when the baby villager comes through, he drops off of the platform down below, and he's no longer counted as in the village, even though the villager can still see him. So it creates like an infinite villager breeder. And we called that the villager reactor on our playthrough, which I thought was fun. But I'm going to do this as spawn proof as possible. And I'm going to first start by chiseling some dirt. I'm not exactly sure what variant I'm most happy with here, though. Kind of like this large square one. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, we're going to do this one. How many blocks from villagers to children to not be counted in the village? I actually don't know the specifics. What I'm going to do is put 5 blocks down and then 1 more, and then I'm going to start the villager farm from there. And these dirt things, mobs cannot spawn on them, so that's why I'm using them. I think this is the design. I should probably look at a picture of this again, though. I haven't refreshed my mind since recent. But basically, you trap the villager here, you put 6 doors, you put a block on top of each of the doors, which is important. Otherwise, it doesn't count as a village in 1.7.10. And then you're good. Yeah, and then you just trap a villager in like a box here. Uh-oh, I did not mean to do that. Does that seem right? That kind of seems right. I wonder if I need to go 1 block out further on each. Hello, Dr. Gotham. How's it going? Seems right. Let me look it up in Discord just so I'm absolutely sure. Villager farm. There's no like guide for this. Okay, I think I'm gonna add 1 more. I think I know what I'm doing. All right. I was right in that I need to add 1 more block in between. And that should be it. So basically, we trap a villager up there. We gotta collect 12 doors, and then put blocks on top, and then we'll spawn proof it doubly by placing dirt blocks on top of it. And then we need to surround this with a perimeter, so that way the villagers can't just go everywhere. And then we're set, pretty much. Let's start that perimeter now. Alright, I'm gonna turn on F9. Only took 35 hours for Mapiary to craft. That seems like a long time. And remember, northwest corner is the in corner, and then all of the corners on the other sides go 1 more block. And that way, if we made another chunk thing, this northwest corner is the in corner, and it kind of makes sense. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. A video by Unary Bit is good if you get stuck. Okay. That sounds good. Americium waiting room. Oh, okay. All right. In that case, if you didn't keep the Americium in the first place, yeah, that makes sense. When do you move to EV? It might be a minute. But Project Singularity is moving to EV tomorrow, and I will not probably be able to make that, unfortunately. Okay, let us just double spawn proof, or actually like single spawn proof this by glitching into the block here. We're gonna, there we go. We're gonna draconic place blocks here, so that way mobs can't get on top. This is probably the cheapest form of mob proofing that we have. No chisel, no anything required, just dirt. Hey GX Clips, how's it going? You know, it occurs to me that if I put this up above the ground a little bit, I could get like automatic emerald collection here with like water buckets and a hopper. And I'm wondering how worth it that is. Because we're going to need a lot of emeralds eventually. And I think I have hoppers. So maybe we should just prepare early. Yeah, I have 3 hoppers. Do you think it's worth it? I could... Because I can't put a hopper in bedrock. That much we know. I would need to move this up a little bit, though. Why not? Why not? The issue is traversing up and down to the villager farm, but whatever. Yeah, it is just free emeralds, right? Unfortunate that I just placed all those blocks. There's no early game vacuum hopper, because we could use, I think the vacuum hopper is the earliest game. We need an LV cutting machine, I feel like. Yeah, because we need to make obsidian hold. Oh, ender pearl plate. Yeah. We need ender pearl plate. That's the problem. So I think there needs to be a 3-block gap between the bottom of this farm and where the like villagers land. And so that will cause some issues. I think the one thing I've been debating is how do I spawn proof the floor of where the villagers stand? And that is the most scary part here. I could just draconic place an entire floor, but I feel like that would be very fickle. Have you tested out GT Odyssey? I have not. Hello, furry safe space. How's it going? This is also a furry safe space. We love all of our friends from anywhere and anyhow. Let me build the collection floor first. I mean, I guess I could just go the chiseled dirt and then pray to God that no zombies make it in. What else am I going to use the chisel for, right? What a weird fucking song. Doing good. Been deciding if I should try it out, as in like GTNH. I'm pretty sure you'll get addicted pretty quickly if you try it out. That's my read. Anyone with ADHD, which I'm clocking you immediately for, will like GTNH. Sorry to do that to you. 40 stream streak, Jesus. Oh, wait. Oh, 20 stream streak. Okay. That's still really, really good. I'm stuck. Actually, I think I want to do the stairwell up like this. Alright, I guess we just gotta fill all this in. Look at this beautiful safe space. Yeah, I mean, this is my safe space from slimes, so it only makes sense that it's a safe space for everyone else too. Liz is non-inting with a tier 1 sub. Soul9, around 4 months ago, I started playing GTNH. I found your universal automation video about 2 months ago, and then I learned you were a really chill person. Keep up the great content, and I'm manifesting no melon slimes to ruin your day today. Thank you, Liz. That is huge. I could use a slimeless day. I appreciate your comment, and thank you for the tier 1 sub. That's really kind. Okay. It was like 70 degrees today where I live, and that is weird. I went outside on my roof and got some sun for the first time in like eons. I'm kind of a vampire, a little bit. Hello, Brianna. How's it going? How are you doing today? Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed either. Should probably do a test if they spawn slimes, because slimes are just like an enigma and they do whatever the hell they want most of the time. But we should at least torch this up. And I think we have a really good recipe with coal coke to get torches. I'm not going to use all of my coal coke just in case there's something I need to do with it down the line. But we're going to make a couple of torches here. And let's just get this all torched up so nothing bad happens. We can press F7 to get the mob spawning overlay. And it says there's nothing here, so that's lucky. But I still don't believe it. Actually, we'll need water on the bottom here. And then we need to move this up like 1 or 2 blocks. Let's move it up like more than a couple, just so we have space for later. So that's 3, 4, 5, I think is where I want it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. This poor villager is not going to catch any sleep. $95 here. Hello, 2C based. Cheers. I gotta say, I don't think the avalanches are what I'm looking for, but I think I can go to TV Girl, and that is like the avalanches too, and they have some pretty chill music. Like Lover's Rock is one of my favorites. It's the normie one, I know. 55 today, quite warm for the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, it is quite warm. I like the warm days occasionally. Alright, so we want to do this so the villagers fall off sideways, and then a second layer like that to trap the adult villager, and we'll give them a little roof eventually. And I think that's it. Yeah, then we just put doors down, and then on top of the doors, we do this. But just for the night. Alright, that seems safe enough. Let's make some walls. This dirt texture, I thought it would look good on reflection. Does not look very good. Not really impressed, but whatever. Have you tested to see if the design works? No, I have not. We are pretty much freeballing this here. And if it doesn't work, then we'll have to make amends. Alright, I don't want any freak accidents, so I am going to place dirt blocks on everything. And here's what I'll do even. I'll get rid of these stairs, because I don't want any zombies getting up. And we'll even put in a dirt draconic place stairwell, because I don't think mobs can pathfind them. Ow. Is this a mob farm or a villager farm? This is a villager farm. This is based off of Duck's villager farm in Project Singularity. So I know it works, like ideally. Just don't know the finer details, which might be important. Because villager mechanics are like kind of confusing in this version. You create a village by having a certain amount of doors. Like I think it's like 12 doors in this case. And then they need to have blocks on top of them to be considered a village. And then there's like some other mechanics that determine iron golems spawning. And I can't really figure it out because there's no good wiki for old versions of Minecraft that I can find. So all of the mechanics have changed and no one keeps up with the old stuff as much. There are like, you know, some guides here and there, but nothing that I'm looking for that has like exact mechanics and spawning conditions. All right, there we go. That seems like it. All right, so here's the actual hard part. We have kind of a shopping list to go through. The first thing, let me restart this without the overlay. All right, now that we've got the basic design, we kind of have a shopping list to get through. We need to get 12 doors, obviously, and a bucket, or maybe 4 buckets, so that way we can put water around the corners and move the emeralds into a hopper in the center. And then we also need to grab 2 villagers from a nearby village. Luckily, I did place this somewhat near a village. Oh yeah, it's being hidden by that tree in the background. You can kind of see it. So we're gonna nab some guys from here and pray to God that I don't get rolled. Hello, Deviant Mittens. How's it going? We are going to grab some villagers from that village over there and pray to God we don't get rolled. Sorry, I needed to re-record that just in case. Doing well but tired? Thank you for the raid, my friend. I'm glad you're doing well. So here's the actual hard part is we need to get a villager up in that thing. And I'm not exactly the villager tamer. If you know me, I hate villagers because they never do... They do the opposite of what you want them to do, I think. Ladders work very well. Ladders for villagers? No way. Can they climb ladders? And will they? I don't think they will. Alright, here's my villager funnel. You know what? I should be using the non-spawnable blocks, shouldn't I? Otherwise, this could get a wee bit dangerous. Let's do this again, but with mob non-spawnable blocks. They climb it automatically if you block them in? No way. Huh. Unfortunately, the recipe for the GTNH recipe for ladders is not very forgiving. I actually just don't think we can make these. We could harvest them from a nearby village though, for sure. I think we could probably block some villagers up into here. Like, I think we can make this work. If this is really painful, we can try the ladder tech. Let's sleep before it becomes nighttime. Alright, so somehow we need to trap a villager in this staircase. I think I have an idea. We can pilot a boat into here from that direction. That's going to be the hard part though, chat. I'm kind of scared about that. Is that a slime that I just saw that spawned? Please tell me it's not a slime. Oh, it's just a glitching... Oh, thank God. That scared me. Just put a bunch of steel frameworks where you want them to go, and hours later, they will magically be there. I have like 10 villagers standing on my fluid rig. Damn, that's crazy. They always go where you don't want them to be. Alright, here's the second piece of this puzzle. Let's grab some villagers. And this is actually the part that I'm most curious about. We need to make a knife, first of all, and we need to somehow make some wood slabs. Okay, we can make the flint knife. I always forget about that. Do we not have any flint? We definitely have flint. You, sir, look like you're gonna cause some trouble, and I don't like that. Are we seriously out of flint? That would be not good. Okay, we have exactly 1 flint. That's a little bit sus, but whatever. And then let's actually save the oak planks just in case. How do we make slabs without a saw? Please don't tell me we need to make a saw for this. I see you got around to making a skylight. Pretty much, Mr. Purple. Do boats even go upstairs? No, they... maybe. Well, I was planning on using a water bucket, honestly. Speaking of which, we have some iron ingots because I melted down an iron chest plate earlier and turned it into ingots. So let's get another bucket, at the very least. We can either do this or use pistons to get villagers up a block with a boat, but I don't think we need to go up a block ever. I think we're actually good on that. Might as well place out my cauldrons to get rainwater. I hope those aren't spawnable. If they are, I'll have a big problem. And now we need to conquer slabs, which is the scary part. I don't want to use bronze, but we might have to. Can I make a gold saw? I can, in fact, make a gold saw blade, but the problem is I need a hard hammer. Okay, I have that, and I need a file. Given that gold is pretty useless in this run, I don't mind using it for this shit, even though it's like pretty bad. So we need 2 plates for that, 2 plates for that. We're really running low on hammer uses, but that's okay. Gold saw blade, and then stick it on a stick and we're good. Okay, and then this is what we're gonna need to use to make wooden planks, which I totally remember the recipe. There we go. Or spruce slabs, sorry. And then from here, here, oh, I need some more wood. Here, here, here. Finally, we can make a boat. You would never think that spruce slabs were gonna be a limiting factor in making a boat. Are you on 2.9? I am on a daily version of 2.9, which is like a beta. All right, let's... we could eat or we could just sacrifice ourselves. We have some beef Wellington. Why don't... I'm gonna hold one of these and some food, just in case. And we need to somehow evade the slimes on our journey to bring a villager home. And I think that's gonna be the hard part. We're looking kind of slimeless, and I'm realizing, I've been noticing, that very consistently, slimes are getting trapped in this pit here. And I'm wondering if we could make, like, a farm out of this. Like, it looks kind of viable. But this is keeping slimes from being anywhere else, which is really, really nice. We actually might be able to make it. I do see a purple slime here, so we'll need to be cautious. Let's leave... Yeah, let's go. Let's leave the opposite direction, and then we'll try to juke the slime. It is pretty late in the day. I'm wondering if I should bring a bed or something. I don't know if I have an extra bed. Should we just fucking ball? Now that our world spawn is here, I think we can just ball. We'll be okay. That actually looks closer than that one, honestly. Why don't we go this way? It looks safe, and also that one was spawning iron golems, so I kind of want to keep that if I can. I'm going to try this just raw. Like, we're just going to go in, pick up a villager on a boat, and see if we can make it home. I don't think this is going to work. But if it does, that'll be awesome. I think the funniest part of GTNH spawns is that they'll just spawn shit like right in front of you as you're walking toward it. And it feels like such bad manners. Like normally, I feel like stuff is supposed to spawn pretty far away from you, but I guess not in this version. Okay, there's a guard. That's a good sign. I don't really care. Hop in. We're going for a ride. Got some crazy top speed. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. This is such a nightmare. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a purple slime too. This is so not good. We're low-key doing it. We're low-key doing it. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Uh-oh. I was trying to press F5. I gotta be very careful about that. This is actually working, and I'm kind of surprised. But yeah, we won't be able to get into the structure. I'll need to bait the slimes around. I think the villager is body blocking them. Like, I don't think they can physically get past the villager. So I'm like kind of slime proof. As long as I'm going. Can they damage me at all in this boat? I don't want this watermelon slime to fuck me up. Please go a different direction, bro. I may be slime proof in the boat. I can't tell for sure, but I think the boat hitbox is pushing away the slimes out of hit range. This might be the meta, just keep a boat on me. I'll need to do some more testing on this. That was surprisingly painless. When is the other shoe gonna drop? Alright, the hard part is I'm gonna need to get out of this boat and start fucking running for my life. But like basically I need to train the slimes around the building so that way I can make a hole and then drive this guy through. Well, actually, how wide is the boat? It's almost nighttime though. Maybe I should just leave this guy and sleep. Yeah, actually, that's 100% the play. There's a slime in the boat with the villager. It's not great. How's Gog in Disguise going? Hey, Neb. It's going okay. It's going okay. We just got our first villager kind of painlessly. I was expecting to get touched by slimes, and we didn't. But we're about to get touched by slimes again. Not exactly sure what to do here. I don't have any building blocks, which is not great. And this slime is taking up my boat. I think I should bring a sword is what I should do. Okay, no purple slime. We were trolling so hard to get our first villager. Yeah, I do not envy you at all. Oh god, it's plates. I could make a gold sword. I could repair this bronze one. I don't want to waste bronze, but I think this might be the play here. The slime actually just carjacked you? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's kind of ridiculous. I should get some building blocks as well. Thank you for the follow, also, Raven. For some reason, I'm not getting notifications. Weird. But I appreciate the follow. Raven is a good name. Alright, purple slime. Get over here. Come to me, my pretties. I hate purple jumping slimes. I gotta make sure not to attract any other baddies on the way. Okay, I'm gonna sprint a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can possibly... How the fuck did he move that far? Okay, there we go. Chat, if it works, it works. If it works, it works. Oh, he just fucking roasted my boat, though. The boat took fall damage? That's crazy. That's the price of doing business, I guess. Alright, next time I'll put a hole in the wall, and then that won't happen. Alright, we gotta get our villager into place. Is there a way I can, like, make him not despawn? Do I need to trade with him? Or if I keep him chunk loaded, is he just fine? Because I don't have peanuts. If he despawns, I'm gonna be very sad. I have these as claimed and loaded chunks. Do not let your breeder run overnight. Why not? Won't they just all get entity crammed and then die? I have like a really small chunk of space. Speaking of Neb, how do you shut them off? What's the procedure for that? Do you just get rid of the doors or something? Or like get rid of line of sight to the doors maybe? I don't think villagers can despawn. That's good. That's a good sign. We should probably grab our second villager while it's daytime, and then we can just shepherd them both into the box. I think is the idea. So let's open a hole in the wall again. Get rolled, fire slime. If they could, your villages would be no more. That's true. That's true. That would be awesome if villagers could not despawn. Damn, TV Girl is really hitting the spot, actually. I maintain that I think boats are actually slime proof, and I'm very surprised. The hitbox thing is perfect. Oh, I also forgot that I should have brought in... Oh, I have an efficiency 2 axe for some reason. One of the slimes just dropped me it, I guess. We need 12 doors, so that's perfect. Jeez. 3, 4... 5, 6... 7... 8... 9... Stone pressure plate. I don't have a pickaxe. 10... 11... That's a lot of villagers. 12 doors. That's off the shopping list. And let's grab our closest villager. One that I can get out easily with. Yes, you. You're coming with me, pal. Garlic. Alright. Let's hope that our... that watermelon slime looks like he's gonna absolutely fuck me up. Let's hope that our boat still stands strong, though. Won't the pressure plate drop if you break the fence? That would have been smart. Yeah. Being able to steal doors, way too easy back in my day. Yeah, I mean, there is some ways that this is much, much easier. I just think dealing with slimes is actually kind of a challenge. But I think Superflat is definitely easier than GOG, but just not as easy as I was thinking it would be. Neb, have you seen the slimes that can... The blackberry slimes, that guy over there to the right? He can explode through blocks without line of sight at any given time, and they have explosions that range from like little slime small to like bigger than a creeper explosion. You don't mind the GOG start after playing it once? That's fair. I mean, I guess if you optimize it with the mob drops and stuff, it's just a matter of time before you get what you need. For those of you who are wondering, we're talking about Garden of Grind, which is another GTNH challenge run where you start from absolutely nothing. You just jump into the void and then you die, and that gives a dirt block that the grave spawns on, and that's it. We wasted 2 hours in a biome that doesn't spawn the correct mobs. Where did this guy just spawn from? Jeez. He's actually low-key coming in clutch. He's bullying that purple slime away from my important entrance. That's awesome. What a clutch lord. Oh my god. Common witchery guard W. Yeah, that's actually crazy. Alright, here is the part that needs to be quick. I need to swap to dirt, drive this guy off, hop out of the boat, and then place my blocks. It's hard to do at F5. Yep, just let yourself in. Oh my god, really? Okay, well the villager's alive. That's good. But he won't be for long if I keep this up. Holy fucking watermelon slime. Alright. I think we're safe. Just in time for night as well. They're better bodyguards than iron golems, and they make blood magic easy mode. I didn't know that they were that good, honestly. My only experience with them prior has been them killing me when I accidentally left click a villager. Alright, so we need to grab both of these guys and then get them here. And then push them, at least one of them, up the stairs. Is there like a bodyguard spawner that we should be getting to do blood magic eventually? Alright, you go in there. And you go in there. These guys are being surprisingly docile. Normally, I feel like the villagers want to run everywhere. But maybe on Bedrock, they just don't pathfind as much. Uh-oh. No. Okay, so we need to get our second villager. I can't even be mad because I kind of did that to myself, although it... Like, I was thinking about it as I was doing it. I was like, wouldn't it be a shame if he suffocated? Hopefully only I'm suffocating in this block, and then we can park the other villager right behind. Well, we got our doors at least. Dig a trench and water bucket them over, it'll be way faster. I'll save the doors actually for when I'm here. When we got the villager. Alright, we do need to put away our wood. Grab the bucket, the boat again. And then dirt, and then we're good. At least it's not hard getting villager over. No, it is very chill at the very least. That is just a silly mistake that I made. Good for content, I guess. I'll edit it in. Fuck. I've got one purple slime on my ass. At least he's small. Do witch circles spawn in Superflat? They do. Both the Wickermen and the witch circles spawn, which is kind of cool. And the little witch houses as well. So we have access to a lot of good stuff for witchery, which I haven't delved into a lot personally. So it'll be interesting to get into witchery and like check out what it has to offer. I know Duct is... Don't you dare. I know Duct is really big into witchery, so I might be asking him for tips and pointers. Yeah, the witch spawner, I'm definitely going to make a witch farm this playthrough. And it's just so powerful on so many levels. Is that peanuts? Yeah, hello. What the fuck? What the fuck? What? Fuck you, slime. Oh my god. It did drop an iron sword. I would pick it up, but I'm on a mission here. That's really annoying. The amount of purple... Mr. Purple says the amount of purple slime hate the stream. Also, I mixed a first-time chat from Floxery with the F. Cheers, Floxery. Yeah, this is a big F. Duct is more into bugs, of which he still hasn't fought Shade of Leonard the legit way. I don't get it. Are all the chunks slime chunks in Superflat? I don't know. It certainly feels that way. No, but they spawn 24/7 because the world is so low. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Alright, I'm hoping that the door is still over there and that the villager is chillaxing. He looks like he's doing fine. Ow. Alright, let's go home. What the fuck? Is there an invisible caramel slime in there? If I accidentally hit this villager, my career is fucking over. Okay, that's fine. I'm glad that there was an invisible caramel slime in there for my enjoyment. Let's head home. Dude, the fact that some mobs are just invisible, like, okay, as far as GTNH goes, I don't even know if it's a bug at this point. Like, it's just like sometimes the mobs are invisible and that's just a big fuck you, and that's... I don't even think it's a bug. I love purple slimes. I love purple slimes. Purple slimes, so fun. There is no rage in my body for a single purple slime that is jumping on my forehead. And I love the witchery guard, but he's really not helping because he's shooting the slime into my back, which is not the greatest thing ever. And I also forgot to make a hole in the wall, so this is just... It's a little chalked on all levels. When it's been in the pack for 11 years, that's a feature. I didn't know that it's been there since the release. That's crazy. Just a random invisible mob. Got a ditch bro on the outside. Oh, I actually think... Why is this one much more painful than the others? Does he just want to remind me that I failed? Oh my fucking god, not a rare unseen watermelon slime, the cancerous one-up dark choke cloaking regen. Where is my villager? Where is my villager? Death by slime snoo snoo. Suffocated on corpse dirt. Oh my god. It was too early to proclaim that we were having a good time, chat. It was too early. The game just knew. Like, it was just like, you know what, 9? You're having too good of a time. This is too easy for you. Let me just fuck you up a little bit. It's great that we have all of the Pam's crops. I didn't realize how clutch that would be, because I think with crops NH, that's going to actually be huge. Why the fuck did I just hear a fireball? That is a gigantic blackberry slime. This could have been so easy. Why? Why did I have to suffocate the first villager? Oh my god. Alright, I'm making a second boat because I'm fairly sure that the other boat will either despawn or blow up. Let's also grab beef Wellington. Just one. Wouldn't slime spawning stop if you built high enough? Yes, however, that is not the point of this run. Oh, you shit out an emerald for me. Thanks, bro. I actually did find some levers. Levers? Cookie arrow? I know I got a cookie as a quest reward. If it's still there... No, I think I ate it. I think I ate it. That would be clutch, though. I like where your head's at. The cookie arrow, when you shoot it into a mob, like, duplicates the mob, as if you had, like, bred them together. Or is it just villagers? I thought it was multiple different things. What is this song? It's kind of goofy. Are we just listening to George Clanton? I can't do this. I can't switch the music and do this at the same time. Any mob with a baby version? Okay. That's what I thought. I think the baby version would cause some problems, though, because we would need to wait for the baby villager to grow in order to use him in the mob, in the villager farm. Let's go check on our grave that this guy has been so kindly tending to. I see at least the boat. And I think that's most of our important stuff, so... I see the water bucket. Did I just get shot by a fucking witchery villager? Damn. Let's eat this. Please tell me that's not watermelon. And let's try this one more time. You and me, buddy. You and me. All right. Let's be uber smart about this and just like pray that we get lucky and we can build up. I think the key aspect to this is we need to build up a congregation of non-harmful slimes behind us. So that way when others join the pack, they're stuck behind the less harmful slimes. I see some very chill slimes other than that red slime. So I'm going to try to go around the right of him. Oh, that's a purple slime. Why is the purple slime trolling me? Okay. Okay, we've got a congregation here. This looks safe enough-ish. See a blackberry, like a big blackberry slime to my right, which is not good. But I do see a clear path. The golden path, one might say. What the fuck? What the fuck? No! No! Oh my god, it was the lemon slime. He betrayed me. Dude, why is this so hard? I'm getting mad. I will not let the slimes win. I need you to explode now, so you don't do it later. Whatever. That'll probably cost me, but whatever. You're coming with me, buddy. Or you're not. I think it's because you spent too much time out here and too many slimes have spawned. You're right. Because I think last time I had the buffer of the slimes that was in like that little slime pit behind my house. And now I don't. What take is this now? 5? Dude, I don't even know. I don't even care anymore. I'm just hoping it's the last. I love the blackberry slime that just spawned right next to me while I'm right here. No, I think this is fine. I think we'll make it eventually. I don't know. Yeah, we could also just try to build up the slime buffer again by doing something innocuous at home. But I think we're good now. I'm hoping. It looks like we're fine. Note to self, avoid the big yellow slimes, because the little yellow slimes are fine, but the big ones, I forgot that they can call down lightning upon you. And I guess lightning creates witches, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, in this case scenario, that is pretty deadly because the lightning just turns the villager into a witch and then it's chalked. And I see a big yellow slime in my future and he's headed towards where I want to go and I'm not happy about it. I also cannot physically stop the train because there's an exploding slime behind me. I need to bait the other slimes in a different direction. If this slime gets too close... Dude, the walls are closing in. What the fuck? All right, we're taking a Yui. This should be a fucking sport. Nope, nope, nope. Don't you dare. Fuck you. Okay, that's actually good. If the villager survives... Oh my god. Okay, I definitely think that the villager is pretty low on health, so we need to de-aggro the slimes some way. Which means I think I'm gonna need to hop out of the boat and get the slimes away, and then I can successfully, or hopefully, move the villager into safety. I don't know how I'm getting damaged, but I'm not liking it. So basically, I'm gonna wanna dip pretty much right here and then run. It's getting close to night as well, so I need to kind of balance this pretty well. Hello. Yep, watermelon slime. Let's kill this exploding blackberry slime. Let's do one pass to make a hole in the wall. And come right back, train these guys right back up. Yeah. Come this way. And that looks fairly docile. I can deal with these little guys. Holy moly. Okay. We have 2 villagers again. This time I will try my best not to suffocate them. Alright, buddy-o, pal-o, buddy-o, pal. I need you to get up the stairs, but I'm gonna put on some better music. Not that I don't like the TV girl deep cut, but... You just gonna stare at me? Water to make him swim up? Yeah, I guess so. Nope, not that way. Let's also sleep in a sec here. Maybe he'll just find his way. Who knows? Oh, any tips on how to breed these guys faster? I think the villager breeder just goes. Just goes. It seems like the villagers always want to run in the direction that you don't want them to go, but then as soon as you put them in a place and you're like, okay, now I want you to run around, they just go... Sorry, you wanted me to run around? Sorry? Is he trying to get to the bed? Do they do that in 1.7.10? I think in a mod that is in this pack, they like have their own beds anyway, so I don't know if that's the case. Don't you fuck... This is one of those... What is his name? Getting over it games. I also need to clear my inventory, otherwise I'm gonna lose it. Okay, that helps. Faudian villager. Faudian villager indeed. This might be time to ladder him. Let's seal up the edges of this. Okay, this might work. One step at a time, chat. One step at a time. If a mob spawns on these dirt blocks that I'm placing right here, I'm gonna end it. It's daytime, so it should be fine. It should be. It really should be. But you know GTNH. There's no escaping it. I've had absurdly bad luck with slimes this playthrough. And I'm just, you know, I just know it'll happen again. How's my other villager doing? I hope he's just chilling. Yeah, he's just yearning for home. Sorry, buddy. No more home for you. Alright, get in there. Get in there. Alright. So villager 1 is in place, and while I'm up here, let's just, let's put the oak doors in. I'm gonna make them face this way. So that is 6 villages, or houses right there, because they have dirt on top and they're doors, and then the villager can see them, which is, I guess, an important part of this. And then let's do the second one. And that's good to go. So the second piece of this puzzle is we need a villager below him within his radius that he feels that he can breed with, I think. Hello, Dan the Man. How's it going? Are you also doing Flat Earth GTNH? I cannot lose this guy to mobs. I am gonna torch the hell out of this. I would lose it. I would end it. There we go. He seems safe enough now. Not taking any chances here. No chances whatsoever. Because I know the zombie reinforcements can do some crazy shit. Like, they can spawn on unspawnable blocks when they're damaged, and in GTNH, mobs definitely damage each other, so no chances being taken. Let's also get those 2 blocks. Hello, Angry Noodle. How's it going? Let me also get my shovel. The second villager only needs to go in this bottom pen here, so I don't need to be as discerning. Oh, it's almost here, chat. I'm so excited. And then we need to set up the Emerald Collection, which is going to be a whole nother adventure on its own, I think. And let's just do this and then open it from the other side. Where did that boat go? Alright, I'm glad you didn't wander into the Tinker's Smeltery. That would have been equally as bad. If it makes you feel any better, I am stupid and have gotten the twist token. Well, I don't think you're stupid, but it is just a time investment. Like, GTNH has its challenge, but most of it is just time investment. Oh. Alright, buddy. We're going places. You and me. Hey, oi. And that, I believe, chat, is the finished product in a sec. Well, actually, I should hold off on that. Let's clean it all up and then I'll say it's the finished product. Did I miss a villager? How many total are there here? Do I need an extra villager? I just need 2, right? Am I crazy? How are you placing those dirt blocks like that extra small? That's called Draconic Place from the Draconic Evolution mod. It's bound to like V default, but I have it bound to something else. You can place any items on the ground. It's pretty cool. It's actually like low-key kind of slept on as a really good thing. All right, let's do a review of this with FreeCam. So, this is the finished product of our villager breeder. I think you want another one up top there? No way, you need 3. Actually, guys, why didn't you tell me this before I started getting rid of the staircase? Oh my god. Might not even need a 3rd up there. I think this is fine. Alright, let me sleep and then we'll see, I guess. I thought it was just 2. If you guys are trolling me, I'm gonna be sad, okay? That's gonna hurt my feelings. My feelings are hurt very easily. Well, not really. I got pretty tough skin. Alright, for the VOD, let's do this. So this is the finished product of our village farm. We have 1 villager up here who has eyeline sight to at least 4 doors. This is 12, I think. Maybe it's per villager. And we have another villager down here. I'm Being told that I might need one more villager in this pocket, but I guess we'll just have to see. Oh, hello, Discord Duck. You need one for the door section and 2 below. Are we going to do another Saving Private Ryan? Or should we just go for a cookie arrow? Who knows? I'll get back to you on that video. I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to get one more villager in there. There is a cookie as a quest reward. It's a quest reward for this. Let's go back. Oh my gosh, that's good too. Cookie quest reward, and then let's see how we can make an arrow. We might have feather. That's probably... We could go get feather pretty easily. And I think we also do have a dispenser. We have a dropper. We might have a dispenser at home. Let's go run around a bit. Why are you not using T-Search? Because I know like the 5 things that I have in my chests. I should probably also set up Emerald Collection. Let's see how far the water goes. Yeah, we're gonna need to do multi-layer or a lot of hoppers. Hi Nine, what happened with Project Singularity? It's still going. I'm just also doing a solo world right now. Yeah, I'm just taking my time. I wanted to do a solo world for a while because the coordination of multiplayer runs sometimes makes me... It's not like sad, it takes a lot of energy to like figure out all the coordination stuff, and that's not my vibe. That works. I hope that the villagers cannot escape from this. That would be bad. I don't think this actually works, because see how those items are just chillax in there? We could just do a second layer, though. Ah, weird. Or I could leave this layer of dirt in and then just make the walls a little bit higher. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna see if these guys breed right now. If they don't, we'll go on an adventure. That's not right. Unemployment maxing for the win. Hey guys, I'm starting volunteering as a EMT soon at my local fire department. So not super unemployment maxing. I'm actually doing stuff. I'll be taking EMT classes and all that. But yeah, the criticism is valid. If you get a child, it drops down. Yeah, that's the idea. If we can get an arrow and a drop dispenser, we could cookie arrow this. I don't mind grabbing another villager and putting him in though. It wasn't that hard, but I do want to build out the rest of this farm to specs so that way we can at least have it online. I don't like dare that much. All right, let's count this out. I see. I'll need some way to walk around here and like grab villager trades that I'm not aware of. I might need to just skate the outside or like go swimming every time I need to get a villager. I guess I could like take away one of the water buckets whenever I need to trade. That's like kind of a good strategy actually. Hello, Moin. How you doing? Chat, this is a very philosophical conversation for my chat, but let's not approach Twitch terms of service, shall we? I agree that's pretty based though. That is my last comment on that. Am I dumb? Get out of here, villager. Alright, there's that. I think we're good. I'll just do this, sleep, and then I guess we can go grab another villager. It's not really a huge problem. There we go. Let's get Emerald Collection online as well while we're here. There we go. Ah, man, that's not that bad actually. That's pretty easy. Let's place our water here, and then while we're on our way to get another villager, we'll get another bit of water from the village. Isn't the circle structure a guaranteed dispenser? Yeah, it actually is. You're right. So we could guarantee the dispenser. I think the issue would be getting arrows, which is not that much of an issue. Because it's just feather. You're right. But I'd rather get another villager, I think. Well, would I? We need to get a lot of different stuff anyway. Toss a coin. Alright, that's actually that's a good idea. I'm 50-50 on this. Chat, I can do a slash pull here. Do I cookie, arrow, or grab another villager? Cookie. grab. There we go. There's a pull-up, chat. You decide. One person wants to see me get slimed. Oh, we see 4 people with a cookie arrow. Okay. $11-4 with a cookie arrow. I think it's pretty hard to escape the cookie arrow at this point. All right, chat, let's go grab a pickaxe. It says very little in it, but let's go do that. We'll probably need our sword. I might as well bring everything with me. Oh my gosh. Shrevy with 5 tier 1 sub gifts. Thank you so much, Shrevy. Oh my gosh. I really appreciate that, my friend. That goes a very long way. And if you're in my Discord, Shrevy, make sure that you take a screenshot of this and send it in my proof of role channel, and that will give you access to my Seraphim tier, which is like my #1 supporters, my #1 friends. And we like there's a chat for you, and there's you get access to video scripts early, and like you get a say in what goes into my videos and stuff. All right, we'll bring this, and then we need flint, so I guess I'll bring the mortar, and then I think we'll be good. Generic comment showing support. That's based. Passed my first Taekwondo examination. You guys can celebrate with me? That's fucking fire. I used to do Taekwondo. That's crazy. I was a black belt way back when I was a wee child. It's probably my favorite brand of martial arts. It has such a different vibe than most, I think. All right, where is our closest witch circle? This is theoretically a witch circle, and I've been wanting to check this out for a while. So let's go and see what that is all about. I can't think of Taekwondo without hearing that one MF from Napoleon Dynamite. That's funny. Wow, rare quicksand blackberry slime, the unseen Weber quicksand cloaking. Oh man. Oh, you know what I just thought about, chat? We don't have AE2 meteors. Is it even possible to start AE2 without AE2 meteors? It must be, right? It's gotta be. The slime is getting rolled by something, and I'm kind of scared to figure out what. Alright, there's no dispenser in this one. EV engraver recipes? Okay, so I'll need to wait till EV engraver before I can get A2, which is fine. Alright, I need to be quick about this. I need to find the next witch circle, which is in this direction. We're just gonna walk normal. Left on the map? Oh yeah, that's pretty close, thank you. If you need Skystone for anything, there's a Thaumcraft Cauldron recipe. There might actually be NH crops for it now, which would be pretty awesome. Rye? Okay. Cauliflower, maybe? Yeah. Any iron golems? Ender pearl. Oh, and chickens. That's perfect. I needed feathers. I don't have a bed with me, so make sure I keep track of the time, otherwise I will get absolutely rolled. Skystone be my eternal op. Skystone without meteors makes blood magic Terra PMO. Yeah, yeah. I'm ready for blood magic to PMO. Straight up. Ugh. Hello, watermelon slime. I wish you a very go away. Hello, Slida. How's it going? Hi, I found stream from VOD channel. That's crazy. I didn't know. I didn't know that my VOD channel was picking up like that. I just put that there for like the real ones who just want to watch VOD to go to sleep. Like those are the people I'm there for. All right, we got to be quick about this because there is a witch spawner in here, and this could be pretty detrimental to our health. There's actually 2 witch spawners. So that's a dispenser and some goodies. I see a supreme pizza. Does that mean that we could actually do the healing axe quest? No, because we need the gardens. Let's head over here for the flint, for the arrowhead, and then we'll be good to go. Of course, I didn't bring my shovel, which is very smart of me. Any iron golems that want to jump out of the woodworks right now would be great. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll have any. I need to be quick about this because the slimes are coming. I should have brought a stack of building blocks. They're rage baiting me. This villager really wants to get fucking hit. I'm surprised I haven't gotten touched by slimes here. How much health you got, bro? Don't blow up my... Iron, thank you. Iron golem. There is so much going on right now. If this blackberry slime blows up my iron ingots, I'm gonna be very sad. How did he hit me? I need to be quick. Come on, buddy. One more hit and it's over for me, by the way. I really should not have gotten that second golem here. Third golem. Really pushing my fucking luck. Come on, you. If I was smart, I would trap him in the boat. But I'm not. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, it's almost night too. I'm making a lot of bad mistakes for a little bit of iron. Alright, what was I even here for? Flint? Alright, let's shimmy on home. 500 meters, we could probably do it. We do need to sprint a little here. I'll sub when I'm employed, trust. Come on, we're GTNH. We're GTNH players, we're never gonna be employed. This is not a great situation to be in. I have some health to, or like some hunger to burn to get home. But we're really quickly approaching nighttime. This is a weird ass song. Let me turn off of it as soon as I get into safety, which I'm hoping is very, very fucking soon. Hello, Sil. How's it going? All these passive mobs are spawning outside my house. What is this? I can't say that I'm sad about that. That's awesome. Oh my god. Safe at home at last. Please tell me my villager is still up there. Okay, he is. They haven't bred, which means that I do need to cookie arrow this guy. So here's how we do the cookie arrow, chat. We need to make an arrow first, which is feather. And actually, no, we need to make flint first. So mortar the gravel. Then make an arrow, which is very close to the recipe that I thought it would be. And then put a cookie on the end of it, which is right here. Mystery arrow. We get a dispenser, and then I think we should have some levers that I looted somewhere. Alright, check it out, chat. Fuck you. As soon as I set it all up and say hello, he's on the move. Alright, chat, check it out. The cookie arrow's in the dispenser. And there's our 2 villagers. Mitosis. All we need to do is basically collect the water for the rest of this, and then we're good. Can they jump up here? Should I even give them the chance to do so? I feel like I shouldn't. And also, I probably won't be putting on fair play just because I like the vanilla-ness of the challenge. Like, I like to keep it as normal as possible. As, like, you know, if you install it yourself, like, you should be able to just play along, right? That's my feeling about it. Okay, we're actually doing fairly well now. We have... Where do the poppies go? We have some iron ingots to burn, which is nice. I think we're going to make a second bucket out of this off the rip. And then we're going to use that to get our 2 last water buckets. I'm also going to make sure to seal off this potential jump out spot for the villagers, because I don't want them jumping out. And then I'm going to put on some more chill music, actually. What do I want to listen to today? 5th time playing, and this time following along. That's awesome. I hope the darkness keeps you well. I'm going to keep this little block because hopefully I can still parkour to it. Oh, Shadowman, Shadowbox, please. And if you get knocked down, get to stand up. Alright, let's test if I can parkour out. Oh yeah, this is perfect. I can get in and out really easily, but the villagers definitely cannot. There we go. I even have a pathway in. Perfect. And you got any recs for solid thorium or uranium nuke? I don't know anything about nukes yet, but I do know that Aspect has a video, Aspect Gaming, who's one of my friends, who also does GTNH content that I really like. He has a wonderful nuke tutorial using SFM, which is Steve's factory manager or... Yeah, no, Steve's cards. What is it? It is Steve's factory manager. Yeah, it's a cool mod. It's very interesting, very powerful. What's going on, guys? Aspect Gaming here, back once again. And honestly, it was a quick stream today. I don't know, do we have any other goals that we really need to do? I think once I get villager trading, which I just need to wait for these villagers to grow up and then wait for this to start breeding, then we're good. Other than that, I don't really have many chores that I need to do. And I'm happy to leave this as a quick spawn or a quick stream. Jeez. Might as well launch a manual backup here. I guess I can grab my 2 more buckets of water before we get off today, and then I could get the emerald farm at least going. Wiki setup either can't be trusted or my gate teammate has a skill issue. SFM is very skill issue prone, I feel like. Like, it is not the simplest thing as it may seem. Also, there's a lot of variables with setups that are not identical to like one wiki setup, especially with nuclear. There's some weird shit with nuclear that like makes it pretty unpredictable if you're trying to get the maximum amount of energy out of it. There's a mod called Nuclear Horizons that's being worked on that will hopefully fix this. But for some reason, there's like an absolute random tick that you cannot control when nukes get synced up in the beginning of their cycle, and it just like it's mind-boggling to me. All right. It's our water. Let's go put this back. And then I might like take a second to like look into crops and see what our future looks like there. Because I think we're almost there. We just need to get there in the quest book so that way we can get the quest rewards. So I thought the random tick thing was fixed. I don't think it is. I think it's within Nuclear Horizons, which is still being... I don't think it's being included in 2.9, which is kind of sad. Oh, I have 9 iron ingots on me. That's smart. Maybe I should try to trap like a chicken or sheep or something. I think sheep would probably be the most useful out of all the potential mobs that I could trap in the base. That might be a good idea. Okay. And there it is, our full villager farm. Once these 2 grow up, I think that is enough to start the breeding cycle. And then from there, we'll just get more and more villagers, and villagers passively drop emeralds. These emeralds we'll use to trade with them. And that's why I have these water sources here that are pushing potential emeralds into a central hopper, which I looted from one of those railcraft chests. So when you find there's brick buildings that are in villages, and these things have some pretty good loot, including hoppers, which I found, which was really, really helpful. Here's the hopper recipe in GregTech New Horizons. It's not cute. It's not great, especially this early on in the game. All right, the last thing I'm gonna do is, yeah, I'm gonna try to get, well, actually sheep wouldn't help because I don't have grass in the area. So basically, I could get chickens to get infinite eggs, but that wouldn't really help me either. Maybe cows for milk or leather. I think I'll leave it be for now. I think I'm actually going to call stream today. I'm very happy with our progress. This is a good place to be. after looking at crops, because that's what I said I was about to do, right? So we need to grab a lot of these quests that we haven't grabbed, including clay, which we should be able to do actually not too hard. I also need to retrieve, make a bunch of flint tools, which is fine. That's doable. Grab cobblestone, also doable. And then we need to get 72 iron ingots. So I'm wondering if it's worthwhile to set up an iron farm before we do this, or maybe there's some villager iron trade. Man, why is this screen lagging my shit out like crazy? My FPS is like 5. This is actually, these gold coins from the Thaumcraft merchant are kind of doable. That might be our way to get iron for now. And then from there, we make our first set of tools. And then that opens up the crops area of our quest book, which is new NH crops. And boy, this is going to be a new adventure. This is definitely doable. We need basic stuff to breed from. We need to make crop sticks, which is not too hard. Spade. Ooh, that is impressively expensive for now. Weeds. Carrot. Okay, I kind of see what's going on here. So we need to like crossbreed basic seeds into less basic seeds over dirt with a crop stick. Ah, cool. Could you do iron nugget duping? No, because I don't have access to, well, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I'll look into that. All right, chat. Thank you for joining me today. This was a much easier stream than previous, although we did run into our issues with the whole slime thing. The second villager was really an issue. But thank you for joining. TTV Scooter. Sorry the last time you invited me in Marathon I was dead asleep. Oh, that's all good. I don't remember that, but that's all cool. Let's go find someone to raid and then I'll say my normal stuff. Florbin is online, so let's go raid him. And while we raid, I remind you to be kind to yourself and others and to do the best that you can and drink in the sun every other day, you know? Get some sunlight. Get some company with good people. Do the best that you can, but make sure to treat yourself because life needs to be worth living, right? And that's all. Peace, everyone.